welcome back to another video on AH Doctor Who. You're joining me for a Lucasade-fueled return to the Minecraft TARDIS building series. Been a little while since I've done one of these, now deciding to bring it back now that I've been back from my break for a few weeks now, so let's carry on with this brilliant build. I've been a little bit busy off camera again, as you can see, since we last did one of these videos. So let's go right round to the front entrance and I'll give you a little tour of the extra stuff that I've built since the last episode. So the console room hasn't actually changed at all, I don't think, since I last recorded one of these. So there's nothing new there. Yeah, we've still got all of these rooms from before, these extra corridors here and there. This corridor still just ends in a blank opening that goes out into the void of a Minecraft flatland world, which is always brilliant. So in terms of the new stuff that I've built, this corridor now extends out, and we have... I could have sworn I built a room here, but I guess that must have just been a plan I made in my head the other night and then I just fell asleep and completely forgot about it. Okay, so that room is a work in progress. We'll come back to that in a bit. Okay, this is the new area that I've built, and it comes off of the console room from the other door here. So, okay, let me just line this up. So you come through, this is the main entrance to the TARDIS, you come through here. Previously, we'd only really built stuff with that door and that door, but now we have some content built over with that door there. So we go through here. So we have this corridor here, and we have some rooms. I built a second bathroom here, which is identical basically to the other bathroom that I built in one of the other corridors. The plan is to have certain rooms duplicated multiple times throughout this build, so like bathrooms and shower rooms and bedroom areas and stuff like that will be duplicated, and there'll be multiple variations of them spread throughout the TARDIS, because when you're in desperate need of a PP, you don't want to be running around a ship that's basically infinite trying to find a toilet, do you? Just opposite bathroom number 2, we have Squash Court 1. As is mentioned in The Doctor's Wife, there are at least 7 squash courts in the TARDIS, or, well, there was until they had to jettison number 7 in that episode, but you know. So I thought I'd build a few squash courts, and this is the first one. It's nothing special, there's a seat there. It's a very simple squash court. I don't actually know what a squash court looks like, but I'm just assuming that it looks something like this. Or at least this is the Gallifreyan interpretation of the squash court, I don't know. Yeah, that's basically what we've got here. I just thought it looked kind of nice, and I'll probably build another 6 or so of these spread throughout the TARDIS as we go on with this build. So if we continue down this corridor, as you probably saw earlier, I have connected it up to the other corridor that leads down here with the blue piping and everything. Like I said in a previous video, I think the plan is to have this whole build connected up in some way. I've put some little signs down that are like little notes to myself as to what I'm going to build in certain sections. So obviously we've got the corridor connection that we've built. Another plan is to build a cinema and an aquarium down this way as well. That will probably be sort of whatever I build coming off of this section here. Not entirely sure what I'm going to build here yet, but it can't be anything too big, otherwise it's going to clash with the art gallery room down there. So I'm going to have a think about that for a little bit before we get on with that. And then this corridor here is also currently not built. So the plan was to build a library, a swimming pool, and maybe another storage room or two going off this way. So yeah, basically just extended the corridors out with hopes of building extra things branching off from them eventually. I thought it'd be nice to have like a little junction area in this corridor. So we've got like a pillar here with just some paintings on, because I thought it could do with a bit of extra decoration, you know. And if we go this way, we've got theatre, upper corridor and bedrooms. That's just a little sign that I made for myself. We can get rid of that sign now because I have built all those things. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of the other 2 rooms that I built. Bedroom Square 2. You might remember over the other side of the ship, back in like one of the earlier episodes, I built a big square that was just full of bedrooms, like a sort of town square that just branched off into a bunch of bedrooms for companions to stay in. I built a second one of those, but it's completely different. I thought I'd go for a different style for each of the different bedroom areas. So in here, I've decided to make it look a bit more like a sort of hotel of sorts, I guess you'd say. So yeah, I kind of decided to make it look a bit more like some kind of old hotel, and it's like I quite like it actually. We've got some lights on the floor similar to what we did over in the art gallery. We got a sort of dark purple greyish colour scheme going on, which I thought kind of gave it a nice look. We've got this area here which has got some benches, tables, paintings and stuff. It's like a little communal area which I thought would be quite a nice cosy thing to put in the TARDIS. Got a decorative pillar here, I don't really know why I put that there, I just felt like it. Nice lot of paintings all around here, ceiling sort of slopes up there. Got a little staircase up here which leads to a little balcony area which overlooks the rest of the little communal area, which I thought was kind of nice. There's another set of benches and tables up here. And if we go down here, and so along here we've got this corridor that just loops round basically. It's just one big square, hence the name bedroom square I guess you'd say. Got a few paintings here and there as well to liven the place up. This basically just goes round in a big square and loops back to the communal area, so yeah. And the bedrooms are all pretty much the same. Yeah, the bedrooms all look effectively identical to this, like literally they all look the same. It's the same bedroom design basically that I did in the first bedroom square, only the rooms are a little bit smaller and the colour schemes and layouts have been slightly altered. There's 32 rooms in this particular area, so we've got a nice lot of rooms going on. If you combine that with the first bedroom square as well, there's a lot of rooms. We could have a whole goddamn party going on in this TARDIS. But if we come out from here and go up to this upper part of the corridor, there's not much built up here at the moment, I will admit, but we do have a theatre. I built a theatre on one of my really old Minecraft worlds back on the Xbox 360. Those worlds no longer exist, unfortunately, due to me resetting my console to factory settings and then selling it. But one thing I did remember fondly was having a theatre, which was this kind of wooden, sort of old-fashioned Shakespearean theatre design. We've got some red banners up here, we've got a sloped ceiling. Got some torches around as well, which I thought were quite nice. Even though we do have lights that are controlled from the lighting control room above the console room, I thought it'd be nice to put some sort of decorative torches to add to the aesthetic. Rows of chairs, and we got the stage up here, some stairs at the side. Got some little lights underneath some brown stained glass, I believe. Yeah, brown stained glass. I tried to keep with a sort of brown wooden kind of aesthetic with this, and we just got some random banners for some kind of like background of sort. And if you just walk behind this wall, we have a little dressing room area as well, with a bunch of banners for some fucking reason, I don't know why. Little mirrors, chairs, a couple dressing rooms for actors. I guess if the Doctor ever decided to go back in time and just recruit Shakespeare and some actors and bring them aboard the TARDIS for a little trip, they could have some theatre happening in the depths of the time vortex for some fucking reason, I don't know. I thought it was something nice to include in the build anyway, so it's there and it's going to stay. And yeah, that's effectively everything that I've built off camera since the last episode. Not really a whole lot, but to be completely honest, the bedroom area took quite a while to build. It gets very tiresome, let me tell you, when you've got to build the same identical room like 30 times over in Minecraft. The things I do for you guys, honestly, all the lighting's been rigged up in correspondence to its position on the map as per usual. And yeah, that is the entire tour done. So I guess we could do some building now, because we haven't actually done some building since part 5, I don't think. The last episode was entirely tour based. There's still bats in the TARDIS. I should really figure out how to get rid of them all sometime. It's kind of annoying. Even though I put lights everywhere, there's still bats spawning in because there's like the tiniest of dark spaces. It's really annoying actually. I'll probably do a little bit more with the console room at a later point, but for now I just want to focus on some of the other rooms. Oh, one cool thing that I found out about was if I turn all the lights off in here, because of the way this is rigged up underneath, one of these buttons actually... Which one is it? Hey! If I turn the lights off with the lever and I press the button, because it triggers the redstone, it will make the lights come on for like a couple seconds and then they go off. I just thought that was kind of a neat feature that I discovered completely by accident. I just thought that was pretty cool. I thought I'd show it off. But yeah, anyway. I believe last time I showed you my little checklist of rooms that I've got that I want to build. I've put some stuff on. I've added a couple things. I'm going to put a VR room in here as well, which I thought was quite a cool thing to include. So we'll just, I don't know, make a room with some VR equipment. But yeah, I think we'll just go through and build some of the rooms on my checklist. So let's see. If we build... Let's see what we can build over here a minute. I can't remember exactly what is that a pink sheep down there? This build is getting so freaking complicated and it's not even like 10% done yet. This is going to take me years to get through. This is actually fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I think for now we're going to see if we can build something interesting in this area here. So there's not a huge amount of room. Let's build a kitchen here, guys. I think, yeah, let's do that. Because we're going to need somewhere to put our food after all. I'll call this kitchen number 1 because there'll probably be multiple kitchens. The TARDIS is massive. You're going to need multiple kitchens. I guarantee it. Now I've got to figure out exactly what this is going to look like. Let's go for a grey colour scheme, maybe light grey perhaps? That could be interesting. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's start with that for the time being. What colour should we make the walls? I don't really want it to be just one big grey room. I want to have a bit of colour variety in here if possible. What about grey and cyan? Does that look good? My colour scheme sense is just awful. I'm well aware of that. Sorry everybody. Let's just see if this works, and if it doesn't, then I'll just change it. That's a lie, I probably won't change it. I'm way too lazy to go changing something as big as the walls of a fucking room in a Minecraft TARDIS build. It's a wonder I ever managed to get anything done, to be completely honest, just how lazy I am most of the time. Not quite sure where I'm going with this. I'm just sort of building things at random and seeing how it goes. Effectively, I don't really know what I'm doing. I guess in the meantime, some discussion. Did everyone enjoy The Power of the Doctor? Because I know for a fact that has aired by the time this video goes out. I'm recording this a few days before it airs, but it's definitely going to be going out like at least a month after the actual episode airs, I reckon. So yeah, what did everybody think of The Power of the Doctor? Was it good? Comment below. How big should we make this kitchen? I mean, like, yeah, let's just make it about this big. Yeah, I'd say this is a good size for the kitchen. Let's just put a bit more glass. I don't know why I'm putting a glass divider here. I just think it's kind of a cool feature to include. Right, so for the kitchens, obviously we're going to need furnaces. We're going to need some chests. Put some chests there, some furnaces there, and we'll put a couple crafting tables there. Let's make it like a stove thing. If we get some stairs, let's make one of those like hob cooker things. Yeah, there we go. If we do, if we do that a minute, and we can like, if we do that and put that in the wall, that looks good. I like that. Might as well just put a bunch of chests here, I suppose. I quite like how we're going with this. So let's grab that, put a ceiling on, and yeah. I apologise for my horrendous Minecraft's creative mode skills. I've never been good at it. Let me just see, which section of the lighting do we want to connect this up to? Yeah, let's connect it up via the, I guess you say the northern sections. Oh my god, this lighting system is so convoluted at this point. I literally don't even know where anything is at this point. I've thoroughly dug myself into a freaking hole at this point. Did I say duggan myself into a hole? Duggan, that's a fucking word. Duggan from City of Death. Duggan! That's your philosophy, isn't it, Duggan? If it moves, hit it. Duggan should have been a companion. Anyone who's watched City of Death, do you agree that Duggan should have been a full-time companion after that story? I think that would have been hilarious, and it would have made season 17 a whole lot better. How do I redstone? How does my feeble monkey brain do redstone? Okay, the kitchen should be complete. This looks pretty nice. I like this. Right, food. Okay. Well, we've been recording for about half an hour now, so this should make a nice little video. Let's call this a day, I think. We've done some stuff. So that was Minecraft TARDIS episode 8. I've given you a little tour of what I've built off camera, and we've compiled a little kitchen that I'm sure Ainsley Harriott would be proud of. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be back in about a week with another video. I'll see you all in about a week, and until then, adios, amigos. LucasAid! Sponsor me, please! I need the money. Anyway, bye-bye.